A guidebook. A guidebook. A catalogue. A catalogue. What exhibitions are on now? What exhibitions are on now? What exhibitions are on now? Is the museum open on Sundays? Is the museum open on Sundays? Is the museum open on Sundays? Is the museum open every day? Is the museum open every day? Is the museum open every day? How much is the admission charge? How much is the admission charge? How much is the admission charge? Is it permitted to take pictures here? Is it permitted to take pictures here? Is it permitted to take pictures here? Do you have a guidebook? Do you have a guidebook? Do you have a guidebook? I'd like to buy a catalogue. I'd like to buy a catalogue. I'd like to buy a catalogue. An artist. An artist. Modern artists. Modern artists. The Impressionists. The Impressionists. The Impressionists. To work. To work. A work. A work. Whose. Whose. To live. To live. A school. A school. To belong. To belong. Do you have any paintings by the Impressionists? Do you have any paintings by the Impressionists? Do you have any paintings by the Impressionists? Whose work is this? Whose work is this? Whose work is this? When did this artist live? When did this artist live? When did this artist live? What school does he belong to? What school does he belong to? What school does he belong to? An architect. An architect. A sculptor. A sculptor. To think. To think. Who was the architect? Who was the architect? Who was the architect? Do you like the work of this sculptor? Do you like the work of this sculptor? Do you like the work of this sculptor? What do you think of this artist's work? What do you think of this artist's work? What do you think of this artist's work? Greek. Greek. A sculpture. A sculpture. Greek sculpture. Greek sculpture. Greek sculpture. Antiques. Antiques. Art. Art. Archaeology. Archaeology. Ceramics. Ceramics. Numismatics. Numismatics. Furniture. Furniture. Geology. Geology. History. History. I am interested in Greek sculpture. I am interested in Greek sculpture. I am interested in Greek sculpture. A lake. A lake. A conservatory. A conservatory. A fountain. A fountain. A cafe. A cafe. To spend. To spend. Time. Time. How do I get to the Central Park? How do I get to the Central Park? How do I get to the Central Park? There is a lake in the park. There is a lake in the park. There is a lake in the park. What a beautiful fountain! What a beautiful fountain! What a beautiful fountain! Is there a cafe in this park? Is there a cafe in this park? Is there a cafe in this park? I would like to spend some time in a conservatory. I would like to spend some time in a conservatory. I would like to spend some time in a conservatory. A zoo. A zoo. An hour. An hour. Working hours. Working hours. A child. A child. Children. Children. A reptile. A reptile. A house. A house. A reptile house. A reptile house. A reptile house. An elephant. An elephant. A wolf. A wolf. A tiger. A tiger. An insect. An insect. A fish. A fish.